Okay, y'all. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Yeah, got to go back over to the bamboo site today. We're going to wrap up the rip wrap. I didn't get a lot of good footage yesterday. It's just too much trouble to move the camera around. Uh, it's just a lot. So, going back over there today. Going to get the rest of that rip wrap moved into position. He rented a Mini X. So, been doing a lot of work over there. With two machines, you can really do a lot. We took out we took out one tree that had fallen across that ravine there, and that's an underground, it's a stream, if you will. Of course, it catches all the runoff too, but it always has water in it. So always. So it's a slow stream, if you will. But I got to fill the skid up with fuel. I was going to do it yesterday afternoon, but, and I wasn't sure that I was going back over here. But after he got in and looked at everything, he was like, man, come on back over here. There's plenty to do over there. It's just about, you got to be efficient, man. I know it sounds like a broken record. You got to be efficient at everything that you do. You don't want to waste a bunch of moves with machines or without machines. So, if you're getting into this lawn work or, landscaping work or, whatever, whether you got equipment or not, you want to be super efficient no matter what. You got to, get those natural traits from the very beginning and don't lose sight of that no matter what equipment you got. I can overcome a lot of inefficiencies with the skid. I can overcome a lot of inefficiencies with the lawnmowers that I have. But I don't, that's not good business. That's bad business. You want to be efficient in everything that you do, really, because the only thing that you can't pay for or get back is time. Everything else is pretty much you can get it back, but you can't get no time back. So you got to be efficient, I believe, in everything that you do. If you're working for the man, you got to be super efficient if you're gonna stand out above most people. Even though you're not making as much as you would if you were self-employed, but you don't have to worry either. But I'm going to be efficient. Either you're built like that or not, or you train yourself to be that. I've had to train myself to be efficient with my time. Not because I'm a great guy, not because I'm thoughtful and all that, but because I don't like wasting energy, right? So I appreciate the views on the videos yesterday. I know one guy was coming in the comments was saying, that I do more YouTube than work, and I kind of wanted to clarify that. You guys see, I do the YouTube videos as I'm going to get fuel in the skid between jobs. I'm actually doing 6 more lawns this year than I did last year. So, and that's after, I gave up a few, lost a few, gained a few, lost a few, Now that we're kind of settling in just a little bit, not quite all the way, but we're settling in just a little bit. And I look at the amount of customers and what I'm doing, not really the amount of customers, it doesn't really tell the whole story. The amount of customers is that's a minimum of having so many yards, right? I got a lot of customers that's got more than one property. Some of them got more than 5. A couple of them got more than 10. So I don't get too caught up in the amount of customers. The only thing I get caught up in is the amount of work and money made and all that. So I haven't picked up a lot of new lawn care customers, and that's by design. What I have done, though, is the ones that I have picked up are really density friendly to the other ones. And the ones that I've lost are kind of off the beaten path. So that makes you a little bit better at your density. Because, you know, contrary to what anybody might think, the density is really very important. It's extremely important. And for me, when you factor in density and then efficiency, like now I can do, and doing the same yards. If you're doing the same properties, oh my God, you can really get super efficient and really, well, you can multiply your earnings because you're freeing up time. The most valuable thing out here is time, by far. And when I can free up time, what do? Y'all see Chucky back there? Yeah. So I'm steady getting better and better at freeing up time. But I'm not losing any money. I'm making more money. And I know it might not make sense to some people. I know it don't make sense to some of those folks that ain't in business that want to, you know, criticize. But for me, I'm making more money now with the lawns than I was before, and I'm also less time. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, and that's because I'm staying with it. I'm like, you know, and it helps that you got guys like Phil, and it helps that you got guys like Justin, and it helps that, you know, last year I had guys like Cam, but the constant is me, and I'm ever learning different ways to do stuff, and I'm learning where the money and how to make the most money in the minimal time without compromising. You know, if I was really shitty at doing lawn maintenance, I wouldn't be able to do lawn maintenance for 17 years, right? I wouldn't be able to sustain it, not only sustain it, but excel and overachieve at it to the point of where I can buy other equipment to make more money. Without the lawn maintenance, this truck don't exist. Without the lawn maintenance, the skid back there don't exist. So, to all the guys that are just starting out, you know, there's no quick fix out here. And, you know, and then to all the lames that are doing YouTube videos about how quick you can, you know, make blah, blah, blah. Well, Ray, I know somebody, they became a $2 million company in 3 years. Let's look at their debt sheet and let's see if they can stay in business 17 years. Most of the time they can. If you grow real fast at the very beginning, to me, and unless you come from a background or got advisors that are in your family that have done this for a living, that kind of can help you dodge some of the pitfalls, it takes a while to learn. You can't let the business side getting work outpace your learning ability to learn how to do the work efficiently. That's why I'm a big believer in patience and being smart with your money and not listening to every knucklehead on YouTube, me included. If it doesn't apply, you know, everything that I say don't apply to everybody. I get it. I'm not right about everything. My channel's about just how I do it, right? And, you know, and the results, showing the results, and showing the pitfalls. And, you know, like Chad, you know, now we're finna get into the meat. The beginning of the meat of the summer is what I call it, where there ain't no room for error. There ain't no room for missing days. There ain't no room for none of that. The only good thing about Chad is he's got a lot of experience, and he knows how to bob and weave just like I do. He's had to do it probably the whole time he's been in business. He's a little bit nicer than I am about everything, but I guarantee he's had to bob and weave. I mean, the whole time, especially when it comes to employees. One thing that's saving him right now, and I don't know, I'm sure that I know that he knows this. He might not have mentioned in this video. One thing that's saving him right now is the evenings and the night times has been a little bit cooler, and we ain't had a lot of rain. So that is really, even though I know he's still bobbing and weaving, he would be in a worse spot, you know, with guys, you know, calling out, and people get sick and people get, you know, things happen, right? I mean, you know, but these gurus that come on YouTube telling you how to do everything and get more work and all this, they don't tell you none of that. They don't talk about none of that, because a lot of times they ain't got no experience from none of that, because if they did, they couldn't keep a straight face and tell you that. You know, all work ain't good work when you ain't got no help, or when you got help that is, you know, well, they're starting out learning, or their body's not used to the heat, or they just are sickly. I mean, some people are just sickly, man. I mean, you know, some people have allergies. You know, this pollen and no rain, it really affects people's allergies. You get sinus infections and all that kind of thing, and that's a real thing out here. It's a real thing that guys out here face. There's no denying that, and I don't never try to you know, hide any of that stuff, or not hide it. That's the wrong word. I will omit. You know, I always try to be super transparent, because I feel like that's what the videos need to be out here. And super transparent don't sell videos, don't get views, and super real don't really, you know, get more money in YouTube or get more, if anything. You know, I don't do the videos, again, I don't do the videos for money. Though I do like to get views. I put a lot of time, energy, and effort, you know, into the videos, and you know, I'm stuck at, you know, 3,700 subscribers. If YouTube didn't pay me a dime, and I wasn't getting nothing from YouTube, and there was no way I could get money from YouTube, I would still do the videos, and I would still want the views, and I would still want more subscribers, because YouTube might as well not be paying me nothing, because I don't get nothing. I mean, I might get $3 a video, y'all. So I'm not, you know, obviously I'm not doing YouTube for money. I do it more to help other guys out and gals, and try to, well, poke holes in all these lames that come out here acting like this shit's easy. If you ain't willing to put no sweat equity in, you're probably not going to last long out here. But everybody that creates content wants more views and wants more subscribers. Not for the monetary value of it, because there's really not a lot of monetary value. It's to I'm trying to think of the right wording here. It's to the more views you get, the more subscribers you get, the more well, the better you feel about spending your time, you know, editing and moving the camera around on the jobs and all that. The money I make on YouTube in a month don't even cover my fuel for 2 days. Just throwing that out there, let y'all know. And somehow, some way, just like everything else I was just talking about, somehow, some way, I'm still able to do the videos. And I've gotten a lot faster at editing the videos and all that too. I mean, if I was, you know, still doing the same thing that I was doing in 2019 in the business, right? When I started the YouTube, and it was still taking me just as long now as it was in 2019 to edit the videos, well, something's wrong with that picture in my eyes. If the business was in the same place 6 years ago, 7 years ago in 2019, when I started the YouTube, if the business was still in the exact same place now as it was then that's not, that's not, I'm not built like that. It's going to evolve, or I'm going to tweak it to make it evolve. Because this is how I am. I'm built like that. So, I'm not special, unique, and I don't, you know, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but I'm not going to work out here and not evolve. I'm not going to be in the same place, you know, 5 years from now. Nobody is, you know. So, it ain't that I'm better than anybody or worse than anybody or no more than anybody. I just run things a little bit different than a lot of people do. And I get criticized for that. But you don't have to, you know all this lingo that these YouTube guys put out, you know, to do what I do. And I'm not special or unique. If you're trying to build a multi-million-dollar business, well, I might not be the channel for you. But if you're most multi-million-dollar lawn businesses, if they ever get there, they had to go through exactly what you see me going through every day, exactly what you see Chad going through every day. They have to go through that in order for them to learn, and in order for them to, you know, be able to bob and weave all the things that come at you when you do this for a living. And, you know, I'm just small time. I never claimed to be anything but that. I don't think that I'm anything more than, well, I'm small time. I mean, and I'd rather be small time. Take this to the bank. I'd rather be small time with good numbers and in control of everything than be big time with okay numbers and not in control of nothing. That's just me. I want to be in control of everything. And that's been my probably, I don't know for sure, but probably my biggest downfall on that and employees was I'm not willing to settle. I'm not willing to let employees dictate to me what's going to happen and how we're going to roll. There's well, there's a system in place, and whether they know it or not, and they talk about systems all the time. Well, the system is make more than you spend. That's a system. If you can do that, all that other stuff is noise. Everything else can be worked out. You got to make more than you spend. Business 101. And you got to spend your time making good moves to make more money. Forgot to put the emergency brake on my truck. It's a bad habit I got. Okay, y'all, so y'all see this tree right here? I can't get up behind it, and he's not really worried about the fence. He said if you hit the fence, it don't matter. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a rope out of my truck. I'm gonna try to notch it, and I'm gonna put a rope up in it, and and just pull it down. If it lands on the bucket, I don't really care. It ain't big enough to hurt nothing. And I won't notch it hardcore. I'm really gonna basically just pull it over. We're not gonna try to get the stump or nothing. And if I had the forestry mulcher, I'll probably just go right up to that sucker and just grind that bitch down. But I don't. So yeah, I'll set you guys up somewhere. I'm not sure where. Let me go back to the truck, get a rope. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna put a rope up in this tree. I might be able to get it from right here and push it that way, but I'm gonna try not to hit the fence. He said it doesn't matter really, but I don't think I can get behind it without really being on that. That's a big drop right there. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna set you guys way up here out of the way. So don't try that at home, y'all. Perfect. So I didn't even need the rope, but you know, I did that in my damn Crocs. Yeah, it's Sunday. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up and take it over to the burn to the edge of the line and done. Right? May come back at some point and with the mulcher and grind that down, but it's not mandatory. Basically, so rope not necessary. So basically, now if somebody ain't got no experience, they would have spent 20 minutes, you know, fooling with the rope, and then they'd have spent another 20 minutes getting the rope out, and then they would have spent another 20 minutes. It'd have taken them an hour and a half to get this tree down and get it processed. And if you don't know what you're doing, and I know everybody thinks that they do, but most people don't. So when you got a little bit of tree skills, just a little bit, you ain't got to be a tree surgeon, you ain't got to be a freaking arborist. Well, the AC feels cold. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm running with the door up and the AC rolling. You ain't gonna do that in a cat. Yeah, so I'm gonna creep out right here. Gonna keep the bucket down low because we're getting on this. I don't even know if I can get around that edge. I can go straight down the hill if I want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm gonna back up and go around. Grab this tree. One swoop. Drag it to the property line. Next man. And I know there's gonna be somebody up in Kentucky that said you're supposed to get $3,000 to take that tree out. He would have to get that.
better it is. So if I can get it from the other end, just pick it up. I can probably pick it up. First of all, you got to know what your machine can do, right? I think I can pick the whole thing up and spin it around. So I might be got to get to the middle of it. Probably a little bit on the top side. Let me turn it. Let me bring it this way a little bit. All right. Go this way another 3 or 4 feet. And now we're gonna get it. Yeah. I said yeah. Watch out for that deer stand, Ray. Watch out for that deer feeder. Right. We'll get it on that side. There we go. Jump in that truck, Ray. You're right. You're right. You set this thing down right here. Then I'm gonna grab it from this end, right? And I'm just gonna back up into the woods with it. And my machine has a backup camera. I can back all the way with it. Let me see which foot. Got him. Just take the whole damn tree. Sometimes the shadows will mess you up on the backup camera. We're gonna sweep the floor of the woods all the way. There we go. Take it the other way, you're going to have to cut it a bunch of times. Y'all see that? You see that, man? It's backing up. It's backing up. Y'all see what I see? Right on the edge of the pond, right on the edge of that. You gotta make a little turn, get a little straighter. There we go. If you don't have a backup camera, it'd be hard to do this. Y'all see how the shadows from the sun can mess you up? And once I get out here to this little open area, I'm gonna back around and grab it from this side over here and take it right up there to the property line. Try to pick it up from the top so I don't break a bunch of limbs. is how you remove a tree in 25 minutes. The whole thing gone, done. So now I'm gonna go over here and do some other stuff that we got on the list to do today with the grapple. And yeah, we got a pretty good bit to do. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get today, but you know, it is what it is, man. Know this, I'm getting a check. So there's that.